Good morning, everyone. Happy 4th of July.
Here it is, Independence Day.
I was saying earlier, this is the point where I'm like, oh my God, we're in the middle of summer, huh?
Yes, yeah, and it's like, okay, we've already made it through June.
Yep,
So we're
done.
like past the halfway point of 2024, which is just mind-blowing.
Crazy.
And yeah, here we are, middle of summer, and it's going to feel it today.
Reality hits, you're like, okay, we're doing this, we're having a bunch of fun, but weather's going to be nice for it, right?
Yeah, you know what? If you have plans for today, perhaps you're going to check out some of the fireworks displays. We had a beautiful weather last night for the ones in downtown Buffalo. East Aurora had some as well. It was just great. And then tonight, more of the same. We're in the mid-80s this afternoon under partly sunny skies. It's warm. It's humid now. It's going to stay that way today. And then this evening, mostly cloudy and muggy. Temperatures in the mid-70s around 10 p.m. Winds will be light. So expect it'll be interesting with the fireworks tonight. When they go off, that smoke isn't going to move too quickly. So you'll find a lot of haze in the sky this evening.
It's like the after effects.
It should make for some pretty cool pictures. I know a lot of people like to take pictures of the fireworks, and it should make for some pretty cool ones with the haze that we'll have with that slow-moving smoke tonight.
Sounds super cool. Let's say good morning to all the Cuppy crew, because any Cuppies that are here with us on a holiday, I know that you guys could sleep in. You have so many fun things going on today, but the fact that you're spending your morning here
if we have
us,
one Cuppy, I'll be thrilled. And it looks like you have
we
more
got a
than
bunch of Cuppies.
That's
of
awesome.
course, Connie's here. She's happy 4th. Hi, Aaron and Taylor. Hi, Connie. Melly, of course, here with us. Peter's here. Jacqueline's here. Sherry's here. Jeanette, Julie, Barbara, Peter. And Connie said, what happened to all that rain yesterday? Just didn't happen, huh? A little bit, right?
Yeah, it rains around, 4:30 or so.
I was
rain
sleeping.
moved through. Oh, okay. And then this morning we had some rain overnight because the road was all wet. So we had the rain yesterday, and then that was good. It was supposed to come between around 4 and 6, and it was there.
People are talking about how humid it is already today, but
super humid
I don't
outside.
mind it.
You know what? I like this. I'll take 80 with some humidity any day. I love, like, after work today, I'll take my run. Unless I take a nap, we'll see. But hopefully get the run in, and I like that.
Yeah, it's going to be hot, but then you're sweating and you're going through it.
When you're sweating, you feel like you've accomplished
tabs.
something. Big on the salt tabs, you know that, Taylor.
I think I'm going to try to get a run in today. Walk the dog, get a run in, and go live it up a little bit.
Yeah, because you're off tomorrow, right?
Off tomorrow. Back here Saturday. You're back here tomorrow.
I'm here tomorrow. Yeah, so I'll have the fan cranked. I will not be able to catch the fireworks tonight.
No, but
10 o'clock is way past my bedtime.
We will find a way. So let us know what you're doing today. What are your plans? Any parades? There are a couple going on today. Where are you planning on checking out some fireworks? If you do want to do that, let us know what you got going on. And later I want to talk food with you.
Hey, weather and food. And Buffalo sports. Those are 3 things I can talk about.
Okay, but first we want to dive into this interesting topic that Early Orlando covered yesterday. Would you pay to make a reservation at a local restaurant? Tough question.
So, okay, hey, Aaron, did you make reservations at blank? And you're like,
oh no, I
forgot. Well, you better, because that's where we're going.
Right.
So then you get on, a website?
Yeah, reservation third-party app.
Put in your information, and you actually bid on them trying to find you a spot.
And they recommend $100 at least to be able to secure your spot at this restaurant.
Okay. I would have to just be like, listen, I forgot. I work this crazy shift. Brain's not working. I'm 50 now, so I'm not remembering things.
Blame it on the 50.
And I don't think I could pay. If I had forgotten, I think we would just have to go somewhere else.
Yeah. So lawmakers and restaurant owners are trying to battle these third-party apps like this one. So you can see here, it says great bid price. And now it says your bid price is below average if you're going anywhere under $100 to try to get in on a restaurant. They do these kind of things, and they have them for restaurants like Lucia's on the Lake, notably a place that's kind of hard to get reservations for.
Okay.
So they're saying, hey, we'll help you get into this restaurant. You give us $100 and you might get a spot at this restaurant. It's not guaranteed.
And that money does not go toward your meal.
Nope.
And we don't think the money goes to the restaurant either.
Yeah, that's unclear. You know, who's getting this money? Who are these people that are quote unquote saving your spot? Because if I show up and I'm like 2 for Taylor and you look at me funny, it's not going to fly because I need a seat in this restaurant.
Like, unless you're Taylor Swift, you're not getting in.
Yeah, no. And I'll figure it out. I'll sing some Cruel Summer. I don't even know that song, but figure out a way. And we were saying earlier, it just doesn't feel Buffalo, right? To like pay $100 for a reservation. Like we have so many cool restaurants here.
I think that's must be like more of a New York City thing.
Yeah.
Like if you're in the city, and I mean, there are a lot of great restaurants there too, but there's also 10 million people trying to go out.
Right. And it's always like, what's the newest fad? What's the newest spot? Where can you get in and say you ate here?
And maybe you will throw down $100 to take a chance, but not me. That's a hard pass for me.
Well, then you're spending $100 on your reservation.
And if you're doing that, it's probably a reservation for a pretty fancy restaurant.
Right. Let's say there's 2 of you. You get a couple appetizers, you get a couple drinks, your meal, and then at this point, why not get dessert? I mean, that's a couple $100 that you're spending on this dinner.
It's like a left-right punch to the
Yeah,
face.
no.
Yeah.
And then you're eating
plus the
ramen
$100 that
noodles.
you got to pay. Yeah. And then I'm hungry afterward because
Small portions.
tiny portions.
Fancy restaurants. I don't know. What say you guys, Cuppies? Barbara says, I don't think so. Plenty of great restaurants to choose from all over Western New York. If you can't get in at Lucia's, maybe you save that for next week. You go to Mulberry's or somewhere else.
That's a good one.
Yeah, there's so many places to
now
go.
That I wouldn't leave hungry. Mulberry's.
Oh no, Mulberry's. You get the good portions and that good Italian food. Julie says, I don't go to restaurants much less ever. She doesn't really like to eat out at restaurants. Oh. Who's cooking in your house? Maybe you should start a restaurant, and then we can all come and pay $100 to reserve a spot at Julie's house. Elizabeth says, hard pass to pay for a reservation. That's outrageous. Caitlin says, kind of a weird concept. Lorianne, no way. I'm not going to pay $100. And I actually haven't even heard of this up until this, effort to stop it came around.
Yeah, I've never heard of it either. And you were saying that the restaurants are against it.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm thinking, okay, they're probably
they must not be getting anything from it. And they've probably had a number of customers come in, thinking they're big man, like I made the reservation, I paid $100.
Goodness, I didn't even
I should
think
get
about
the prime table.
Yeah.
And then they look bad because they're like, we don't have you on the list, sir.
Your name is not on this list. Yeah, sorry.
It makes them look bad, like they're
and it's just uncomfortable for everybody.
End.
So okay, and you're out $100 because you didn't even get in.
Cindy said if it's a special occasion for a special person, maybe you drop the $100. And I don't really think it's about the money. It is part for me. It's about the money. I'm not spending that money. But if you do want to spend that, and if it does secure your spot, and if it benefits the restaurant or goes toward the meal, I could see a world where it makes sense.
Like with Cindy there. Say you forgot to get reservations at your, significant other's favorite place, and that's where they are expected to go, and that's where you promised, then I guess you could start thinking, okay, what am I going to do besides I just called and they were like, yeah, no.
Not happening.
Okay, so I'll go to this and spend $100 and keep my fingers crossed when we show up at the door that my name's on the list. But there's so many other restaurants in Western New York where you could probably get in. And then if you want the fancy place, just get the reservation early.
And then call the place. Like Caitlin says, she works at a hotel, and I can tell you things that come through via third party have less priority than members who just book through us directly.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Third party reservation get the cheapest available usually, not anything fancy.
I guess, but you're in. I guess that's the key.
Yeah.
They put you right by the bathroom?
Yeah, you're right over there. And you're like, huh, what was that?
Yeah.
I can't hear you over the toilet's flushing.
Yeah.
That was a good insight from Caitlin. Thanks for sharing that with us, because, it's always good to book directly through, right? Get to the source, and you don't have to worry about whether or not it's...
The Cuppy's bringing the insight this morning.
Cuppy's bringing the insight, keeping us up on it. So I think the consensus is no to this.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that's a hard no for most people, unless your back's against the wall and you promise someone you're taking them there.
To this specific restaurant, they need this,
and you
have a couple $100 to spare.
And you just assume you're going to get in, and then they're like, oh, did you make reservations? Like, then you have to.
Ooh.
So I could see that as like an emergency, but I don't know. I think like you said, I think it's more of a city thing.
Nothing scares me more though than like the risk of getting there and them not like, oh my gosh, my stomach would drop if they were like, sorry, we have nothing for you.
Taylor, no.
Yeah.
There's a Tom, but that's not you.
What can I say? Like, hey, I know Aaron Mankowski. Can I get in?
Like, get out of here.
You can't be there. Wild. So the deal with that is they are trying to pass this bill. It's got bipartisan support, so it should be good. They just need the governor to sign off here.
Okay.
So
yeah, that's why I think, with bipartisan support, which you very rarely see, and the Restaurant Association against it as well. Looks like that might be something that if you're going to want to use it soon.
Caitlin putting the period at the end of the sentence, as Ed would say. I agree, Aaron. We have too many choices for food to pay to book a reservation at a restaurant. Go somewhere else.
Yeah, Caitlin. I mean, exactly, Caitlin. I think, like, we ran into that recently, that, you just go somewhere and you see people all sitting there, and it's, 60 and 90 minutes. I'm like, no, I can't do that.
One time I went to brunch. I was in Houston with my friends, and they had a chalkboard. You couldn't even get up to the person. Estimated wait, 4 hours. And people were waiting.
Wow.
They had like carafes of water out there for people. It's like 100 degrees. It's the middle of the summer. Estimated wait time of 4 hours.
Are you kidding?
People were waiting. What could possibly be inside your establishment that is worth waiting 4 hours? At this point, it's not even brunch.
Yeah, now you're
It's
at
a dinner
dinner.
reservation.
Yeah.
Like
So now I'm gonna eat brunch at 4 p.m. That is wild.
4 hour
See, if you're
wait time.
like for you, like you're with your friends, like a lot of times, it's me and like my kids, they get hangry,
Mhm.
and I trust I do too, and my jaw would just go down. Like, wait, what?
4 hours.
4 hours?
Some of these places, though, I think it's that fad thing. Oh, you got to get in here. You got to try their whatever. You got to listen to the music and do whatever. By the end of it, we did end up going to another place and waiting an hour, but we were able to like get drinks at the bar.
Yeah.
But food didn't come for another like hour and a half. I almost asked the table next to me, like, can I have a bite? It was getting to that point.
Yes, that is tough. When you're just so hungry, or I mean, you go out to eat because you want to eat, but a lot of times, if I'm in a situation like that, I'll eat beforehand. If I know like we're going with a bunch of people and they're like, oh, and the waiter or waitress comes over, you guys ready? And someone's like, oh, I haven't even looked at the menu yet. Oh, you should see my face when that happens.
Yeah, you got to get ready. We've had all this time.
I have an idea. Why don't you look at it?
Yeah. Why not? Justin says, my time is precious. 4 hour wait. No thanks.
That is just mind boggling.
Caitlin says she recently waited half an hour for Hoax on Route 5. It was worth it. Good food, decent price, great view. Barely knew you were waiting. I think sometimes the wait is not as bad. Like
you got a great view at Hoax.
Yeah.
30 minutes, totally tolerable. Plus, you're getting a good meal. That's doable.
Yeah, not too bad. I think Barbell 2 is kind of a pretty good wait situation. I don't mind waiting for Barbell.
You ever drive by Barbell on a Friday, like night or like late afternoon?
Because I know I have no chance.
I'm like, wow, cars everywhere down the street. I'm like, hey, how are they fitting people in there?
No
it's
idea.
Amazing. So yeah.
People are constantly showing up, but they do have like a text system. It'll let you know how many people are ahead of you in line.
Yep.
And then there's that restaurant, that like brewery that's right next to it.
Ooh.
Or like they serve beer and all that stuff. And they have like games there. So I think they've honestly got the perfect setup. You sit there, you wait.
Your project has that too, where you can text and they'll text you, and then you can, if you can kind of watch, like, oh, we're getting closer.
Julie says she's a great cook, so maybe she'll open that restaurant for us. She's gonna have to start working out like Olympic Erin soon. Now you're on Olympic status.
Well, what just came out, the athlete guide for Ironman. So it's kind of reading through it. Yeah, it's a guide of like kind of like what you're doing when you get there. Because I had a lot of questions, and I'm like, are they bad questions? Like, who do I ask?
Yeah.
So now they're answering all those questions.
FAQ.
Yeah.
Getting ready, people. Patty says, oh, Erin, you cracked me up. She has friends like that. Come on, let's just order.
Oh.
Get to the table and you're like,
oh, I know. Or their menus like upside down, and you're like, because then the waiter or waitress, they got to go do other things.
Yeah.
They can't stand there waiting for you.
If you can get it all in one go after we've been waiting, do drinks, do appetizers, entree.
I do that with my kids, and I feel bad for them now because now like that's how they are. Like when they go out, they're like, I just like to go get. When they're like, you want your drink order? I'm like, hey, you mind if we do everything? I'm like,
let's go. There's no way you have no idea what you want. My sister's one of those that's like, well, I was thinking about, and would you be able to substitute? And no, dude.
No.
You know where you are.
Yeah. Do you ever wait tables?
No.
Oh, I did.
I'd be horrible at it.
Oh.
I was a camp counselor. That was my own.
Oh, camp counselor. That's impressive. I would not be.
I had to work with the kids.
I'd be like, you're fine. Rub some dirt on.
Yeah, they were like at the pool crying and changing and all that stuff. So.
Oh yeah, I waited tables for a summer, and it's fun. It's hard work and eye opening. Yeah, it's real
incredibly eye opening about how people are.
Yes.
And all that good stuff. Jeanette says Olympic Erin has a nice ring to it, so maybe that's you think.
Like that. Yeah.
Ironman Erin.
Ironman Erin too.
Ironman Erin.
Yeah, that's kind of.
Connie says she doesn't get the hype of barbell. I don't think it's the best for wings or beef on weck. So many other places. Okay, Connie, what is your number one for beef on weck and number one for wings? I feel like barbell's my spot. Like that's my number one.
Yeah, I mean it's certainly in the top tier. I mean there's some top tier ones around here. So.
I mean, yeah, you can't really go wrong. I mean,
but barbell's like where. I mean, you'll see stuff, say, out of town, like football players are coming in. Mm-hmm. Like they're posting from there.
I think Wing Nuts lately is like a bigger one. Have you been there?
No, because that's a chain, right?
I think there's a couple of them, but I think they're local. I'm not sure. Somebody weigh in. But Wing Nuts is pretty good. They have like a different.
I'll have to check because I try not to do chain stuff. So that's one of my things.
Some of the Bills players, I've seen them popping up there. They've done a lot of like interaction and stuff.
Interesting. Yeah, wings. Like we have Elmo's by us.
Elmo's is pretty good.
So I've
got like Tavern's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean I've in the North Towns we got a lot of good spots.
Yeah, you can't really go wrong. I'm not a huge beef on weck fan. Maybe someone can change my mind. I've only ever had it once.
You know where it's really good is Anderson's.
Anderson's, yeah, I
Yeah.
hear that.
Yeah.
Just not a
You've
big
only had it
roast
once,
beef.
huh?
I'm not a big like roast beef person.
Okay. I mean, we all have our
It seems like okay. Like
we all have our faults.
that's a fault. Not like the beef on whack. I just would never order it. Like someone would have to order it separate from like what
Imagine
we had.
I spend $100 for our reservation
To
to
get
get beef
beef
on
on
wick,
whack?
and you're like, ah, no.
Like it's not that good.
It all goes full circle. Yeah.
That's so funny.
So I get 2 beef on wicks, and I'm out $100.
Well, the people are saying barbell's overrated. Jeanette says, I think barbell's way overrated. Connie says, Duff's for wings or wing nuts. It's not a chain.
Okay, thank you for clarifying.
There are multiple locations here, but
I thought
it's
it was.
because there's more than one. And
Okay.
it kind of popped up kind of fatty,
Boom.
but
Man, it came out of nowhere.
yeah.
I
But
figured it
I've
was-
been to the one, they have like a pop-up kind of thing at
Yeah.
Froth Brewing
Oh,
off of,
Okay.
I don't know what street it is, but not too far.
Well,
Yeah. I don't know. Julie says I used to drink.
I'm
with
always
Rick
down to
James
trying
at
some new
Barbell.
places. Yeah. What's that?
Julie says I used to drink with Rick James at Barbell in the 80s and 90s. I want to
the-
see some pictures
the
of that.
stories.
I want to see some pictures of that.
That's awesome.
Connie says so many other places for beef on weck that you can go. Since we're talking about food, let's keep the food conversation going.
Like I said, there's a couple of things I can talk about:
Food.
food, weather, and local
Ironman.
sports. Yeah, I guess now in triathlons.
And that too. So when you're at like a cookout, barbecue, maybe your 4th of July celebration, let's say you got the whole spread. Someone's got everything that's, the usual. Build your plate.
Oh, okay. Mine?
Yeah.
All right. So there's probably the Salins hot dogs, I'm assuming.
Sure.
And then you've got the burgers and baked beans.
Yep.
Oh, good. Pour a lot of those on there. I don't like cold salads.
No.
So you can save your potato salad. No need to even bring it over because
Bring it to
I
the
don't want to see
table.
it. And any of those like macaroni salads and stuff,
None of that.
especially if they're sitting out in the sun all day.
Yeah.
Even before that, I'm just like, no thanks. Watermelon.
Yep.
A lot of that on the side.
Deviled eggs.
No.
None of that stuff.
No. Taco dip. My mom always makes me a taco,
Taco dip. Okay.
Yeah. So those are my 5 food groups.
What's on the hot dog?
Ketchup and onions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty simple, effective.
Yeah, I don't like mustard, and
Mhm.
I do not like mayonnaise. Like
That's
if
why you don't
mustard
like the salad
accidentally
stuff.
gets on something, I'll live. Mayonnaise does.
Send it back.
I'm like, and I would very rarely do that. But if I'm like, hey, can I get this burger without mayonnaise? And it comes with mayonnaise. I'm like, can you just scrape off the top
Get
stuff and
rid
give me
of
a
all
new top roll because I don't even want
None of it.
Yeah.
Are you doing dessert?
Am I doing dessert?
Ice cream?
Let's see. Yes. I like when people make them, you know what I mean? Like they make their desserts. So
Yeah.
I will try just about anything. If it has chocolate, I'm definitely eating it. Last night we went out and I had a blueberry cheesecake.
Ooh,
My gosh. It was so
that
good.
sounds really good. I could do any kind of pie. I'm not a cheesecake person.
Okay.
I feel weird about cheese in my cake. I also feel the same way about carrot cake. Why are there carrots in my cake? Separation.
You know what? I am fair with your thought process.
I'm
but
not
I do like
really-
carrot cake.
I
It's okay.
kind of dairy situation. It's got to be separate from like I don't even do like strawberry ice cream. I feel weird about like mixing fruit and or other things with milk products.
That's
I'm not
interesting.
entirely sure.
So I wonder if other people have strong feelings about certain things. Like I,
Yeah.
you have your strong feelings about that. I
Yours is the mayo.
will die on that hill.
I don't mind mayo. Like on a burger or something, I can put mayo on it. But I feel the same way as you do about the cold salad things. I don't know whose idea it was to start throwing food together, putting some mayonnaise there, and like mixing it all up and putting it on a
My
plate.
stomach
cold.
just flipped.
Like what's that about?
I don't know either. And it's so funny because you'll have relatives be like, you want this? You're like, no, really? Blah, blah, blah made it. No, thank you.
Yeah, and she makes the best potato salad. You just gotta try
I'm
it.
sure that's award winning,
I
but let's not make a scene right here. Yeah. Oh, so Aaron does not
says
like minty desserts.
desserts.
Oh,
Okay,
that's good,
I
Aaron.
like.
It's good
I
to know.
used to be a big fan of mint chocolate chip ice cream.
Yeah.
Kind of lost it along the way, but I understand that. Some people think it's a little too like toothpastey, and
I'm
think
a
that's
minty
fair.
fan, but yeah.
Danielle says there's cheese inside cheesecake. I always thought it was cream cheese. It is cream cheese, but if there's cheese in the word, I feel
Okay. Fair.
it's cheese to
Again,
me.
I will take the beef on wick off your plate,
You
the
got the-
cheesecake.
yeah.
So we're good. We
Justin
go.
says strawberry rhubarb pie for him.
Ooh.
Never had that, but it does sound pretty
Rhubarb
good.
pie is really good.
I would try. I don't think I've ever had anything with rhubarb in it.
You know what? That's kind of probably common.
Yeah.
But if you get a chance, give it a try. You won't, I feel like it has a bad name, like rhubarb. Doesn't sound that appetizing.
No, it doesn't. Ooh, I really need
Like,
some of that
Oh,
rhubarb.
I can't wait to get the rhubarb.
It also doesn't. It's just like pink sticks. Like they don't.
Yeah.
It doesn't look
True, all true, but for some reason it's actually
It's
really
good,
delicious.
yeah.
And a strawberry one, I'm with Justin on that. That's good.
Your mom says, "Good morning. Don't forget about the corn dip or the corn on the cob. Happy 4th."
Hi, Mom. And yeah, if you or the corn like potato thing that my mom makes, I'll eat. No, that's really good.
I don't do corn.
Really?
I feel weird about corn. The best thing ever was having braces as a kid because I'd be like, sorry, can't do
my
corn.
mom makes awesome stuff. Now, Erin is on this, and so is my mom. So my mom, for my birthday, made the dip that Erin made.
Ah, okay.
So thanks, Erin, for giving her the recipe, and thanks, Mom, for that was like my lunch on my birthday.
Yeah, I've never tried corn dip. I tried the corn dip just because any kind of dip I'll get into, but corn on the cob, my least favorite thing. I don't like the.
Oh, really?
I don't know, something about the texture, and I don't like when things kind of like stick in your teeth for a while.
Fair enough.
And any kind of corn situation, I feel like we'll kind of live with for the rest of the day. Danielle says, "I'm weird. I hate mayonnaise, but I don't mind having it in cold salads or deviled eggs. I've never had a deviled egg, I don't think, but that looks gross. That looks terrible. What is that?"
I don't know, but I'm with you. And then I have had one, and I'm good.
Howard's roasting me.
How do you
You don't like anything. I also don't like crunchy stuff. I'm not a big crunchy fan. I don't know. I'll build my plate.
Yeah, let's build your plate because I find it's going to be very difficult. It might be pretty sparse.
I'm gonna do the burger.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the hot dog.
Oh, everything looks great there except you don't want the corn, but I'll take that.
Yeah, you can have the corn. I'm gonna do ketchup relish on the hot dog.
Okay.
Get a couple of chips in there on the side.
Ooh, okay.
I'm not a big crunch fan, but that would be good.
Yeah, because those are crunchy.
I'll do the beans. Love.
Oh, you can't go wrong with baked beans and a hot dog, and they're all kind of mushed in together.
Getting in there and hanging out together. I think that's it. I don't even know what else you do. None of that cold stuff. Maybe like a macaroni salad, kind of, or like, but I don't know. I would do it just be nice to whoever made it. But
yeah, I'm past that point now because it's just like I'm just not. It's good. I'm sure it looks good. I'm going to pass. I always like say, you know what, my room is going to go to the meat product.
Yeah.
So that's
save it for the protein. Get the protein in. Don't worry about any of that.
That's my little joke.
Howard says baked beans on the hot dog with onions.
Oh, I'm with you.
John,
see, I think that sounds perfect. Our producer did not, but I bake beans on the hot dog with onions.
I don't know. Kristen says, don't forget a good drink on the side.
Then a mint afterwards. Yeah, you got that too.
Yeah, good drink on the side. That's important.
It's tough. I'm going dry until Iron Man.
People are talking Jello shots. Okay, Jello shots, Bud Light. Danielle says corn chowder is the best. That sounds.
Yeah, I like the corn chowder. My mom makes some good stuff with corn.
Thank you. Not my favorite thing. Justin says mayonnaise is gross. I'm a Miracle Whip kind of guy. Hebrew National Hot Dogs, all beef. You got the Nathan's hot dog eating competition happening.
Yeah, without Joey Chestnut.
Without Joey Chestnut, that'll be a big deal. But he's doing his own thing, I heard, in Texas, like a month, like against some soldiers. So.
Oh, okay. So the one year, the chicken wing eating contest, I was up on stage when he was. I was one of the local people who got to try.
They scare me, man.
Tough.
I mean, especially because like the hot dogs, so gross, but they dip it in that water and they just kind of like shovel them down.
Like a pound of chicken wings in like whatever they give you 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I was like, I never want to eat another chicken wing again.
But the wings are harder because you got to rip them and then they.
But then they weigh them, and these guys eat like 7 to 9 pounds. I'd have to check, but I had like, I don't even know, 18, and he had like 170.
It's crazy. Have you seen the like baseball challenge or the 999 whatever? So 9 innings, each inning or before the game's over, 1 beer, 1 hot dog. So do you
young Aaron would say, let's go to the game today. Current Aaron thinks that could be a bit tough.
I saw a guy on social media do it in 7 innings. He got 9 hot dogs in, 9 beers.
See, the 9 beers, I just couldn't do that.
9 beer, and there's no way. I can drink 1 beer. I don't like beer.
Maybe a half a hot dog an inning and like a
Also, imagine how much that costs at a ballpark.
Seriously.
Oh my gosh.
That'll be $300.
$100 reservation right there. Yeah. You won't be able to pay for any of that. And then there goes the Howard comment again. How do you survive? Because I don't like beer. I don't know. Justin says, do you enjoy ambrosia salad? What is that?
That's like a fruity thing. No, the answer is no, and I don't think you would like it either.
It's like smushy fruit.
Yeah,
I could do smushy fruit.
Okay, well you can have my ambrosia salad, but I believe it's 8:25. We got to get going.
Oh, is it time?
It is.
Oh, we were talking about food. I just get carried away.
No, I could talk about this all day, but unfortunately, in about a minute, we're gonna be live.
We got to do more stuff. All right. Well, everyone, enjoy your 4th of July. Whatever you're eating, we'll leave you all the corn and all the ambrosia salad and all the mayonnaise stuff.
It's all yours.
Yeah. Enjoy it. Have fun.
A great Independence
Have a safe
Day.
4th.
Yeah.